quarantine. Anyway, I just want to share some freaking cool vibes with y'all, you know, the freaking vibes. Let's look at my quotes. I freaking love saving quotes. I don't know why. I just, like, they're reassuring sometimes, you know, like, if you're having a bad day and you want to, like, kind of lift yourself up and you don't want to ask for the lifting up because you kind of don't want to be lifted up, but low-key you do, you know what I mean? Here's a good one. You will never be able to experience everything. So please do potential dust. I'm gonna reset it. You will never be able to experience everything. So please do poetical justice to your soul and simply experience. I feel like I need to apply this more to my life. Well, not so much right now in like these times of quarantine, because I think everyone's slowed down quite a bit. Like especially in terms with like careers and I don't know, maybe people who are in college and going to school, or just a lot of stuff going on in their lives, you know. Well, I mean, just honestly, this can apply everywhere in like anybody's life, especially like in today's world. I feel like everything's super fast paced and it's almost like a race to see who can do what first, or who can get this or that first, or, you know, say they can do this or that. And I feel like everyone just needs to slow down and stop making your mind and your soul and your heart tired, feeling like you need to do all this first, or get these things done so fast, you know, like crossing off your bucket list like as soon as possible. No, like you should slow down and just enjoy the moment, feel the moment, whether you're happy or a little upset or maybe kind of sad, you know. That's by Albert Camus. It's not. I was gonna tap my screen to focus it. Okay, let me see. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. Margaret Thatcher. I like that one a lot because I 2 million trillion quadrillion zillion % believe that oftentimes we go through trials and we succeed getting out of them, we bring ourselves out of them, and then you might notice that it comes around again, or something very similar. Like, say like an experience with someone, maybe not just with yourself, and you have to go through that again to kind of come out of it. I'm a 6-year-old. I'm just kidding. I think a lot of people can understand that. Or maybe like say when you get into a relationship with somebody and you get cheated on, and then you get into another relationship with someone who you already know kind of has those characteristics of someone who's gonna cheat, or they have a history of cheating on people, and you still choose to be in a relationship with someone like that again. Sometimes you can go through these things like multiple times until you really learn the lesson that's there. I feel like, well, that's how I interpret that quote, you know, is like you have to take a lesson from it before you can actually win. Yeah, Margaret Thatcher. The vibes. I like this one. This one's funny, or ironic, that's the better way. The problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts and the stupid ones are full of confidence. Charles Bukowski? Mike Wazowski. I'm just kidding. Charles Bukowski. That one's really cool because I was never that person who was like super like school smart. And it's just, it's weird how that works. It's like you can even know people personally, and you know how intelligent they are and how much wisdom you see that they already have and that they're capable of. But yet they're super like shy, or they don't believe in themselves as much as you think that they should. You know what I mean? And the ones that are ignorant are kind of full of confidence, which is weird now that I'm like really like analyzing this quote. I mean, it kind of makes sense, because even though those stupid ones are a little silly, or however you want to name them, I don't like to say stupid, I mean that's what the quote says, but the people who maybe act foolish is because they probably, I mean, one, they'd probably want to have more attention around them, or more friends or something, or, you know, 3, they just don't care, you know, they don't give a fuck. I don't know, take that quote how you want it. I feel like there's a lot of ways you could take it. Charles Bukowski. The vibes, you know the vibes. Ah! Whew, here's one I think a lot of people could take home on this one. It says, my philosophy is that worrying means you suffer twice. Let me say that again. My philosophy is that worrying means that you suffer twice. Newt Scamander. All these people have like words or names that are hard to pronounce. Newt or Newt? I don't know what it would. Newt Scamander. But this is my coffee. Thank you. I really need to preach this one too. Well, I'm already preaching it. I mean, I need to practice this one. I feel like this can really help people who deal with a lot of anxiety, because I feel like that's what anxiety really is. Not to get too deep, but like, you know, I've experienced it as well as like a downfall, I guess, if you will. Right, the people with anxiety, I feel especially can take a lot from this. Worrying means that you suffer twice. This can really help people as well who are constantly worrying about the future, or over evaluating a situation that's already happened. You know, like say if you get in a car accident or any kind of accident, or something like troubling happens, for sure think about it and feel it, whatever that situation was that happened, but then let it go after you've figured out how you're gonna fix it. If it can't be fixed for some reason, which almost any situation can be fixed, then either way, like, it's not worth worrying about, you know what I mean? If it can't be fixed, or it can, then there's no need to worry, if that makes sense. I hope no one takes these like, her opinion's stupid. It's just my opinion, that's all it is. If like comment, let me know what your favorite quote was, and like let me know if you had a totally different like perspective on it. I'd really like to hear it. I love talking about this stuff. Kind of like, I'm not gonna analyze this one, but this one kind of goes with the one I just said, but it's from Buddha. It says, when thinking about life, remember this: no amount of guilt can solve the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. That really kind of goes with the last one, I feel like. That's kind of how I wanted to explain that quote. I want to get this tattooed. That'd be cool. It just says, I don't know why, like, you can't see it very well on screen. Well, it just says exist loudly. I like that. You guys should all exist very loudly. Whether that means having purple hair, or all the piercings you've ever wanted, or I don't know, something simpler like always speaking your mind even if you're afraid to. I swear, like, I'm just on my Pinterest and this is my board. Like, these are all the ones I've passed because I don't want to read them all. Hold on. I want to, but like, it's gonna be a little hard to do that. Your brain is not designed to make you happy. That's your job. Your brain is not designed to make you happy. That's your job. In fact, I feel like I've watched this, there's this series on Netflix. There's like 5 episodes. It's called The Mind Explained. Like, each episode is just talking about like one's about anxiety, and the other's about memory, and the others are about like just different parts of the brain and like different like ways that it functions. And it's like, it's not anything hard to digest. Like, I mean, your average person can understand it, but you should really check it out. It's not the mind itself job to just give you that, you know what I mean? You have to start from the inside and build up from the inside, because like on the outer parts, none of that's gonna give you happiness or joy or anything, you know? You have to like get that from yourself. You have to be okay with like hanging out by yourself and like looking at yourself every day, or just getting out of bed, you know? I really like this one. I think this one Buddha said, wrong is wrong even if everyone is doing it, and right is right even if no one is doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people doing wrong, and like I have a lot of views on this one. Like, for example, wrong is wrong even if everyone is right. Wrong is wrong even if everyone is doing it, and right is right even if no one is doing it. Like littering, for example, something is as little as people think it is. It's literally happening every day, and I feel like people really don't understand like long-term effects. And I feel like I'm gonna turn this quote like completely around. This is just the way I see it. Like, littering to me, that I feel like that's a wrong thing, you know what I mean? I mean, it's so easy to hold on to your trash, wait till you get somewhere and throw it away. But people, you know, they would rather be lazy and selfish and just careless and, you know, throw their trash on the earth. And I mean, not only does it affect the earth over time and, you know, the atmosphere, but wrong is wrong even if everyone is doing it. And people just don't realize that they aren't the only person existing, you know what I mean? Or even the only living thing existing. And right is right even if no one is doing it. You should always do the right thing, or what feels right. I know there's like there's a lot of ways that you can interpret right from wrong, you know, and I'm sure that it differs to everybody in their own way or opinion. I feel like I gave my opinion in the weirdest way. Don't be in such a rush to figure everything out. Embrace the unknown and let life surprise you. Don't take things personally. Yo, nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality. When you it's a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Say that last part one more time. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Yo, long story short, do you. And literally don't take things personally. So yeah, do you. Because at the end of the day, the way that people treat you is not a reflection of the person that you are, but a reflection of how that person chooses to respond to their outside world. That's a reflection of how they're feeling, or, you know, the way that they choose to respond to situations. The only constant in life is change. That's a really dope quote because it's super true, and change is the only constant in life. You know, everything else eventually goes away, or just like slowly fades out, you know. I mean, even us, we are not a constant. We're not going to be here forever. You know, our bodies at least. I did not like the way that I like ended my footage with that video, and I'm gonna get better, I promise. I need some more practice and to figure out which angle looks best. I'm literally editing like as we speak, and props to freaking YouTubers because editing is difficult like at first. But yeah, like if you guys want to see some something like specific, just comment down below and I'd love to reply back to people who actually like to sit there and watch my stuff. So yeah, like I said, if you stuck to the end, thank you so much. I'm just gonna be on YouTube as, you know, kind of a place to vent out these quarantine feelings and interact with people and try to be a friend to whoever needs it. That's really my intention. So thank you so much for sticking through this video, and I promise it's gonna get better for future videos. And yeah, I'll see you on my next one. Bye.